Hey YouTubers,
Hey.
Raven here.
Starfire.
Today we'll be talking about The Arrow.
Yay!
Finally!
It's back!
And we're finally talking about it. Episode reviews, finally.
Yes.
Season 3, episode 10.
Yes, 10.
Correct.
It was called Left Behind.
Right, it was. So what we got was an episode completely void of Oliver, except for in flashbacks.
Mhm.
I mean, it had Oliver, but he was, like, dead.
Dead.
Well, they said that he was dead. And
I know.
What's her face?
Felicity.
No. The wife.
Oh.
What's her... Tatsu?
Yeah. I don't know her name.
Brought him back to life.
Yes.
So, that was an interesting twist to the ending.
It was. I was really wondering who it was that saved him.
So, what did you think of the overall story?
I thought that the episode was good. I enjoyed it, despite Oliver not really being a part of it. I liked all the scenes of, like, you know, Diggle and Roy and them working together to kind of still continue what Oliver was working on.
Yeah.
And Diggle in the suit was actually kind of funny.
It was.
And of course Roy and his outfit and fighting, and I liked that Roy was riding the motorcycle.
The Arrow cycle.
Yeah, and she's like, Oliver's gonna be mad that you took out his bike.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that it was good. I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say about it? Okay.
I mean, I liked Thea
yeah.
fighting with him. That was cool.
Yeah.
To see that fight sequence. She just came out of nowhere with that thing. She's like, whoosh, 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 whoosh.
With the second sword.
Yeah.
And she's fighting against Merlin. That's sparring.
Sparring.
That's practice. I have been talking about this show all day. Have I not?
Well, because there was someone in our psychology class who asked us if we watched it, and we were talking about it. So yeah, we've been talking about it all day, pretty much.
Pretty much. Mainly because it's the first episode we see without Oliver. So we get to see how the team gels without him and the possibility of his death. I mean, everyone had already dealt with the fact that Oliver Queen was dead before, but we didn't see the reaction of these three specific characters.
No.
And
because they weren't a part of it before.
Yeah, they didn't really know him. They didn't, whatever.
I mean, Diggle didn't become his bodyguard until after Oliver came back from the island.
Yep.
And Felicity didn't become a part of it either until after that.
You know?
And Roy.
I don't think she was working at Queen Consolidated until after he came back.
No, she wasn't.
So.
She was working in a different place.
Yep.
And then, of course, Roy.
Roy was being a kid somewhere in the Glades. So, what we have here is a dynamic that you don't really know if they would work, if the show would work without Oliver. But
that goes with, like, any superhero. I mean, you don't really know how it would work without that particular character, who's the main lead character.
Yeah, I just kind of assumed that Roy would step up.
Yeah, me too.
And, you know...
Because he's the other Arrow, technically. So, you know, he would be the one that would step up and do the fighting for him.
Yeah, that he'd step up, and Diggle would step up as well. Like, he'd actually get into the fight.
Yeah, which he did. Yeah.
I mean, he always gets into the fight.
But that warehouse scene, that was freaking awesome.
Yeah. Like, Diggle actually got in there. Yeah. What I found interesting was that, like, you would expect the team to fall back and go, like, who's the next strongest person we have? Okay, Diggle, you lead us.
Mm-hmm.
But they turned to the one you didn't expect. All eyes were on Felicity,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, the one person who does nothing on the team except for sit in front of computer monitors, and they're like, what do we do next?
But in a way, she's actually kind of the most important asset to the team because she's the one. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, which you don't really realize because all she's doing is sitting there.
But it's because she gives them the information about, like, the people that they're going after and, like, all the, you know, behind the scenes stuff, like files and, you know, their history and blood analysis type things and all that stuff.
You don't realize how important I mean, like, you know she's important to the team and that they wouldn't be able to do this stuff without her. But you don't realize how important she is until she says, I'm done. Yeah. I'm out. I quit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wait.
It kind of goes along with that thing where, like, you don't realize how important somebody is
until
they leave.
Yeah. And I was like, wait a minute. So how are they going to track people? How are they going to know where people are? Mm-hmm. How are they going to be able to go fighting? How are they going to coordinate with each other? How are they going to do this? How will they know this? How will they get this answer and that answer? Yeah. I'm like, wow, Felicity really is a main character. I mean, she's been a main character, but I mean in the sense of, like, are you needed on the show?
But I mean, she's actually become, I think, the lead female over Laurel.
Oh, she's always been the lead female. And when it
started, Laurel was kind of more in the forefront.
Well, yeah, that's because, like, Felicity wasn't really in it.
Yeah, and I mean, she wasn't a character from the comics, and they were kind of getting her character established and everything. And so she wasn't as big of a part of it in the first season as she was in 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And so now she's really, like, the lead female. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, she always was, but now it's, like, really, you know.
It's like they legitly can't do this without her.
No, they can't.
And I think that's so amazing to have, like, a girl be that person. Because, I mean, if it was a guy, then, okay, that would have been cool.
Yeah, but I mean, it's always a guy.
Yeah.
It's nice to actually see somebody
like, how often do you see a tech-savvy girl
that's, like, nerdy, smart girl?
Besides Chloe in Smallville, how often do you see this?
Yeah.
Like, never. They're always the doctor.
And Chloe wasn't an original character either. She was just added for the show, right?
That's original.
Oh, really?
Canon is what's in comics. Original is thought up in your mind.
Okay. Well, she was an
canon. OC, original character.
She wasn't canon, though.
No, I don't think she was.
No. She was just brought on in Smallville.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to see somebody that's, like, smart. Because, you know, a lot of times, like, the lead females are usually, like, the pretty ones. And they're not really that smart. And so it's nice to see Felicity be in
they're pretty and smart, but only as a doctor.
Yeah.
It's like, and so be more than pretty, smart, and doctors.
It's nice to see that she has all those qualities. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Because Laurel is supposed to kind of be the beautiful one. In a way. Like, she's smart because she's a lawyer. Mm-hmm. But...
Which is also nice to see. That's a different role that we don't really see girls in. Mm-hmm. It's usually, like, guys. Unless you watch Law and Order. Yeah. Any of them. But still, it's like...
But I like that they're starting to do that with the superhero shows now. Even with The Flash. And I'm not trying to, like, change it up or whatever. But, I mean, you know, Lois, of course, was a journalist in Smallville. And Superman and the history of that story. And, you know, now we're going to see Iris doing that. And so it's nice to see that these girls that are not only beautiful, but they also are doing something that you might not necessarily see a female doing in a show.
And they're the best at it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome. I mean, it's not just like, oh, we're the best and you all suck. It's like, they legitly have claim to that statement. Because
when The Flash started, they were going to have her be a criminal psychologist. They weren't going to have her be a journalist.
Well, I could see that.
And then they ended up going the journalist route, like, in the comics. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, you have all that going on, and then, like, one thing that I really don't, like, get is, besides Laurel not telling her dad anything,
which she needs to do. I'm getting so angry.
right, is the fact that, okay, Thea goes to Roy and says, I haven't heard from my brother, and I know you're the guy in red out there with the green arrow, or with the arrow, I know you're him, the guy in red, because I know how you move.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I get that he's your boyfriend at one point, but you lived with your brother your whole life, except for like 5 years, and it's like, how do you not know how he moves?
Yeah.
How do you not know that is Oliver?
Okay, so he has a voice, modulator thing.
Modifier thing.
Couldn't you still tell by, like, the way he walks or the things that he does?
Yeah, I mean, Roy doesn't even speak, and you knew it was him.
Didn't he speak in this episode, though?
I mean, as the Red.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he talks when he's talking to, like, Felicity and Diggle, but when he's fighting people or facing someone, he doesn't talk.
Yeah. He doesn't.
So, I'm like, how do you know it's him, but you don't know it's Oliver? Like, when are you gonna stop being stupid? I mean, I can kind of understand the fact that she wants to trust in Oliver because of everything they said at Corto Maltese.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even saying it right, but whatever. And
I think you said it right, Corto Maltese. Okay?
I don't know. But because like she wants to believe in Oliver, and like he broke her trust before by not telling anyone about Slade. That she doesn't want to see it. Like, she sees it, she knows, but she doesn't want to. She's denying it. So therefore, it's not an option in her mind. Yeah. That could be a reason why she doesn't see Oliver as the Green Arrow, but I don't know if that's real, if that's true, if that's what they're going for. But that's, like, one of the only ways I think it would make sense. That she doesn't know already. I mean, she fought the dude face to face.
Even though he has a mask over his eyes, you can still notice that it's him.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got the same beard, same shape. It's not like he's shaved recently. So it's more than a 5 o'clock shadow. I like that she's being so protective, but at the same time it's like, yeah, they could have gotten done. They could have had more done. They could have captured more people or whatever. But she doesn't want to lose anyone else, and that's why she quit. Which is a legit reason. It's not like, oh, the person I love died, so I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
It's, I have a legit reason for quitting, and I'm, what she said, like 26. 3 months ago, my friend died. And yesterday...
No, she's 25.
Whatever. 3 months ago,
yeah,
my friend died. Yesterday, I found out today that another friend that I cared deeply about, that I almost have a relationship with, died. I was over my quota 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to face that anyone else is going to die. And she's also trying to get that point across to Ray Palmer. She doesn't want him to go out there and do this stuff. Because she's worried for him too. He's become her friend, and she cares for him in that manner.
Yeah. She does.
As you can see, since I'm the one talking mostly, this is the one that I am more passionate about. She's more passionate about the Flash.
Yes, I am.
It is one of the
And I'm tired.
Yes. That's also a huge thing in here, but like this is one of the few things that like I actually like stepped up and took over after, because like there was that one time when I got a cold and I couldn't talk much.
It was a supernatural one.
I just handed everything over to you. I stopped having...
I'm just like, okay, you know?
Yeah, it's like, I used to talk a lot, and then I got a cold once, and I was like, okay, it's all yours.
Mm-hmm. Because I knew what I wanted to say, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I liked the episode, I did. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard for me to focus because my parents are always asking me questions all the time. And my dad likes to watch it because he likes The Flash and he's kind of interested in Arrow, so like he'll come down and watch the episodes. And then he'll be like, "What's going on?" And I'm just like, shut up. I'm trying to watch it. I don't know. I'm as clueless as you are right now because this is my first time seeing the episode too. So, you know, if you want to know, watch it later. Or ask me after it's over.
Yeah. And my dad doesn't watch it, and my mom watches it after, a few days after, because we record it. So I rewatch it with her, so it's always fun to watch their reactions.
I did like,
Or reactions, whatever.
Of course, seeing Laurel at the end become Black Canary. I thought that was interesting.
Who are you?
I'm the justice you can't run from. I was like, oh, snap!
Right? But I was like, wait a minute, is that black lipstick?
I didn't even notice the lipstick.
I was like, that's... Okay, she's got the blonde wig. Did anyone notice that she was all pasty white? Like, she put on some powder before she went out?
I noticed she had the wig on.
Yeah, but, like, her skin went all pasty white. It's like she put powder on and didn't wipe it off. And then she had the black lipstick. I'm like, wait, what? And something I didn't notice, that on the Arrow After Show on Stream.tv here on YouTube, John pointed out, he leads the Arrow After Show on there, he pointed out that there were a lot of buckles on her suit.
I didn't even notice that.
Neither did I. I was too busy paying attention to the pole she had in her hand. And, like, apparently she went jingle, jingle, jingle or something, you know, like every time she moved, the buckles like flapped or something. I didn't notice. So how about you tell me if that was true? I might notice next time I watch it, but still, oh my gosh. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I didn't know how I would react with Laurel becoming Black Canary. They did do it in a very fluid way.
They did.
But
I didn't notice that the suit was on the table, though.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Well, not the suit, like the body part.
Mm-hmm.
I think Laurel had made one up because she was, all along, she was planning on taking her sister's place.
Yeah.
But knowing that everyone quit and that she was basically the only one left, and she saw her sister's wig.
Yeah.
Her face piece, so her mask, and the screamers laying out like that. They have those mannequins for a reason. I'm pretty sure they would have had time to make a mannequin for the Black Canary. I mean, they have one for Roy, they have one for Oliver, and they just made one for Barry, who's only been there once as the Flash.
I like how you said the Flash. It sounded like the way Wells says it. He's like, the Flash.
The Flash. You are the Flash, Barry.
He like enunciates it.
Flash. But, like, I mean, they have one for him. You would have thought they would have made one for her.
They even have one for the yellow suit. The reverse Flash.
Yeah, but that's Wells has one there.
I know, but there's still one.
Yeah, but not in the Arrow Cave. So I'm like, wait, how do they not have a mannequin for the Black Canary's outfit?
Right.
I mean, especially since she's dead. Make a shrine, for heaven's sake! Batman in his Batcave has the, like, you go down there and, like, you see it in the cartoons and in the movies, he has Robin's suit, he has
They also have a
Batgirl's...
Flash museum where they have that too, don't they?
I don't know about the Flash Museum.
Oh.
They have Robin's suit, they have Batgirl's suit, they have Nightwing's suit, they have Batman's...
Nightwing suit? Cool.
Yeah. They have Batman's first suit, they have Batman's other suit, they have... Really? they have a Batman Beyond suit when you watch Batman Beyond.
They might eventually make a mannequin for the Black Canary.
Well, now that Laurel's actually the Black Canary,
but never mind. But yeah, since they actually have a legit like reason to, I mean, they could have when Sarah was doing it too, but I mean, now they probably will.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't happen in this episode because
I know, but they should have already done it because Sarah's been dead for 3 months. They should have already made this box and put her stuff in it to, like, show on display, like, if you're not careful, this happens to you.
yeah.
I mean, you know, like their own version of a gravestone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's their marker that she lived and she did good in the world.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't just an assassin, she helped people.
Yeah.
And this is how we will pay respect to her. But no, they have the wig laying half butt on a table. And I'm not going to say the other word. And then you have the mask laying there like it was actually expertly laid there. Right. Unlike the wig.
Oh, it was all properly laid there.
When the wig was just like, nyeh.
Organized way.
And then you have 3 screamers on the very end. I'm like, what the hell is this? This is not something you do to the outfit that was worn by the chick that died. You don't do that. So, yeah.
If you agree, let us know. She's very passionate, as you can see.
Sarah was one of my favorite characters.
Well, I liked Sarah too. I said as much in the freaking character video for her.
I know. Sarah.
And I actually prefer her as Black Canary, but you know what? Since we can't have that, this is Laurel's destiny, and she's gonna be Black Canary. She was the Black Canary in the comics, and that's what she's going to be in the show. I mean, I guess they had been planning it from the beginning that she was going to be Black Canary, so.
They were, but her character wasn't along enough, so they needed a Black Canary. But they still needed one, so they had Sarah be Black Canary.
But then people got attached to Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
As they do with any good, strong female character.
Mm-hmm.
Or any good, strong character, period.
Exactly.
So is there anything you want to add to my long rant?
Yeah, when Merlin came in to tell them about Oliver, I was like, you're a freaking liar.
Yeah.
I don't trust you.
Yeah. Although I was surprised to find that he actually thought Oliver could win. Like, he had faith in Oliver. I'm like, wait.
Which is like a first.
Right? It's like, okay.
But the whole time, I'm just like, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
You're a freaking douche.
Right? But we saw Oliver wake up at the end, so all is good in the world. But he will not return for another 2 episodes.
And imagine the Olicity scene when that happens.
I will be replaying that and replaying that and replaying that and replaying that and replaying. Yeah. Okay. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Right. So we might not have Thea anymore for a while until Oliver gets back and goes to find her, because I think she's leaving with Merlin. And
again?
Well, Merlin went to her because Oliver's dead
Oh, yeah.
and said, "We have to go.
I think I
People are
missed part
after
of
us." It was at the end.
Okay.
She threw the scissors at his face and said, "I could have killed you." And he said,
Oh,
It's-
that part. Yeah, I saw that.
"It's
I saw
cute that you thought you could."
Mm.
And
I saw that.
I was like, okay, so Oliver might return at the very end of episode 12? Episode 12?
I think so, yeah.
Episode 12. He might return at the very end, or they might save that for episode 13 for his, like, triumphant return.
Yeah.
But,
Because
yeah.
I know that they said that the first three, they were
Mhm.
going to do, like, that trilogy. I think it was, like, 11, 12, and 13 of the Black
Mhm.
Canary thing, right?
10.
Oh, 10, 11, and 12.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the first 3 episodes will deal with Laurel's arc of becoming Black Canary. So, we won't have Oliver unless he comes back at the very end and goes, "Y'all miss me?" Or something, you know.
The only time we'll see him is in flashbacks.
Yeah. So, do you have anything to add?
Not really. I think it was a good episode for coming back from the hiatus.
Mhm.
I think that it was a strong episode.
Yeah. Which was something they were working on because the last 2 seasons, they knew. They've noticed that the mid-season,
Finales.
no, the mid-season premiere,
Winter premiere.
the winter premiere was always their weakest episode the past 2 years. And they wanted to change that. And I think they did a great job.
Yeah.
They knocked it out. So,
I didn't know what the premieres were in the other 2 seasons because I watched them all in one thing.
mhm.
So,
Yeah, me neither.
but
I did the same thing. Okay, so you can catch us next Thursday for next week's episode.
yes.
And you can catch us on Wednesdays for Supernatural and The Flash. Okay, and you can catch us on Saturdays for more character reviews.
Yeah.
We will be doing
Moira.
for the Arrow.
She's the
And-
last female,
Yeah, and then we'll start on the males.
which will be
And then-
Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver's first. So Moira this Saturday, and Cisco for The Flash this Saturday. So look forward for those, and until next time, don't fail this city.